We'll meet you. Bye. I'm Cindy. Just getting shots of the sign. Okay? Okay. Thanks.
Hey, little guy, there, you're warming up. Look at you. You're gonna make your big escape, huh? Look for some shelter here. What happens if you put it on filter 1?
the size just?
Oh, no,
because of-
absolutely. This one's
female.
maybe a year or two old.
Oh, and this one's
And this
25
one's
years
20,
old.
25. We don't really know exactly. And this is a female. We know by the size and the shape, and I can't really tell if that's a male or female. Young.
And they don't apparently like.
Are you getting any of
It's
this?
just
Warming
viscous.
up.
Boy, once he
Now,
gets
the interesting
warm,
thing
he
is that-
active.
The males have to be 2 or 3 years old to breed, and the females maybe 3 or 4 years old to breed. But even though the little ones don't breed, they still cross back and forth.
They're warming up.
Yeah, getting ready.
That is funny. They're really cute, you know?
Mhm.
They're just... And how widespread is a population? Okay, so I'm gonna...
The problem with
Did you get enough? Okay.
the problem with habitat destruction for these creatures is that, you know, when you worry about wetlands, they need the pools and the forest because they live most of their lives in the forest. So they started seeing them again, and they think it's because they're looking for better places for the winter, to overwinter. Hello.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good, thank you. What do we have?
We have
Big...
coffee and baby.
Oh, still? Okay.
Yeah, and they're
We're gonna find out.
find out.
This would be a very common place for common yellow throats. They like that environment. They like reedy stuff, but you'll get tons of birds here. There'll be birds. I bet you in the mornings, starting in the middle of April, there're gonna be birds bathing all across the reedy lake here.
Did you hear from Dave today?
Did you?
No, but I hope he shows up here with some beakers and nets and things.
These are the ones that will hatch out very quickly and they'll be gone with the next cool spell, but... Listen to that. Is that a single string beaker or is that a different cloud? No, I was imitating it. Boy, there are an awful lot of the forest frogs now. The last time we were here, it was 2 or 3. Is this something called the Nelson Land?
That's some bush cat. That's a flea running on the water there. What do you call them?
Well, I guess that's as good a name as any, as far as I'm concerned. I've seen the motion.
I know all the names in Hebrew, and I don't know the names in English. They call them Jesus fleas.
They walk in the
They
water.
walk in the water. But they have a name. I don't know.
This area is. When the road was closed, except for the sounds from the turnpike, it was just wonderful.
Oh yeah, Lani found it the other day.
I guess it's a lot of tannin in the water there.
I would imagine, but also the water is still very stirred up from all the rain. There were
This place.
gone down probably about 2 inches since yesterday, because it's dropped professionally. As a kid, he lived in Jamesburg. He went into the woods and instantly spotted one in a pool that's in the ditch area with it. Oh, the
Yes.
shotgun night walk.
Yeah, the focus is. I struggled with a digital camera all day today.
I just went to start researching replacing my camcorder with a digital. And I can't quite get everything that I really want.
When you're ready, look up and go.
Okay. The mass migrations of the salamanders and frogs to the vernal pool has begun. Hi, I'm Julian Angeline at Beekman Road to explore this great scientific news.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Want to try your clothes?
Sure. Actually, may I?
What I'm going to do is to ask you, Jillian will hold the microphone up to you, and
Okay.
you'll say your name and spell it so that we can identify you correctly.
Okay.
You can do that now.
Okay. Liti Haramati, Liti, last name Haramati, Haramati.
And a title, are you a member of East
I'm
Brunswick?
a member of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission.
Okay, and when I try and get a shot of that little guy, boy, I can, that's great. Okay, that's terrific,
Little
just
girl,
like
it's a
that.
little girl.
Little girl. She's great. Jillian, you can start whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. Hi, Lady. Can you tell us about the salamander here?
This is a spotted salamander, and we're standing right in East Brunswick here, where there's a whole population of these spotted salamanders. They spend most of the time in the woods on this side, where they just pretty much hibernate under logs and in the leaves. And in the spring, they have to move to their breeding site, which is a vernal pool that's on the other side of the road. And so to get to the breeding sites, they have to cross the road. The whole population crosses in 2 or 3 nights in the spring when it's warm enough and rain. And so in the last couple of years, with the help of the mayor and the police, the police closed the road for the salamanders to cross safely.
And how many were crossing every night?
One night, a couple weeks ago, we saw about 20, and Monday night, when it was really raining hard, was the big night of the salamanders, and the people came to see them, and we probably saw over 50. And my guess is after people left with their flashlights and heavy boots, probably a lot more crossed during the night.
Wow. And what do the salamanders do once they get to the vernal pool?
Once they get to the vernal pools, they lay their eggs in the pool. Their life cycle is such that the eggs are laid in the pool. The tadpoles develop in the pool. It takes about 3 months for the tadpoles to develop. Once their legs and lungs are all developed and they're ready to go, they leave the pool and they cross back to the woods. The migration back to the woods is over the whole summer, so there's no massive migration in 1 or 2 nights.
And does the vernal pool dry up at any time?
The vernal pool is only wet for 3 or 4 months in the spring and the early summer, and then it dries out completely, which is very nice for these creatures because it means that fish cannot live in a vernal pool, and so there's nothing that actually eat the larvae in the pool. They're the big predators of the pool.
And why is this girl so big?
This lady here is probably 20 to 25 years old. They can live to be 30 and even more than that. There's some reports. And she's probably full of eggs ready to be laid as soon as we take her back home.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. You're going to ask me or I'm going
Yes,
to...
I'm just going to ask you and then you can respond.
Okay, sure.
When you're ready, Jill.
How did you get involved with the Environmental Commission?
Well, I'm a biologist. I actually have a degree in ecology. I was always interested in nature and the environment. And I wanted to get involved in doing things for our community, for my family, my neighbors, the town, and the rest is history.
That's wonderful.
Jillian, whenever you're ready.
Now
Okay.
they have to keep moist.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise
It seemed like that. They were kind of like,
they're-
they had a sticky film on them.
They have lungs, but they also breathe through the skin.
When you're ready.
I hear the salamander is very smart. Can you explain that more?
Oh yeah, this salamander have been getting her education in the East Brunswick school system in the last 2 weeks. She's doing it a little bit backwards. She's been to kindergarten, she's been to preschool, She spent the day at the high school, and tomorrow she's going to elementary school.
Oh, that sounds great.
I want to get your profile is the whole idea. And Jillian, we can get his name now. Thank you.
Richard Wolfert, W-O-L-F-E-R-T. I'm Commissioner, a member of the Environmental Commission.
Great. Okay, so Jillian, whenever you're ready, you can start.
Hi, Rich. Can you tell us about njnaturenotes.com?
We needed a venue, a place for people to learn about the salamander migration and other initiatives that we have planned for in the future. And this was perhaps the best way to let people understand where we are, what we do, what's coming up. And it's been a remarkably successful endeavor. We've had well over 800 hits on the website in just the last few weeks alone. So that's why we've had people out here, up to 50 on a given night in pouring rain with thunder and lightning, out to see the salamanders because they saw everything on the website.
Wow, what big plans do you have coming up?
Our plans are really rather expansive. We're hoping to start a lecture series within the next several months, perhaps sooner if possible. We're trying to line up excellent speakers, people who have interest in flowers, birds, butterflies, whale watches, and we already have our salamander expert, Dave Moskowitz, and we'd like to have this start out as a monthly lecture series and perhaps more often if possible. I would take care of the astronomy portion of that, and to that end we're hoping that we can eventually purchase a wonderful 8-inch reflecting telescope for people to be able to see some amazing things during the night.
Wow, can you tell us about the pictures that you took of the salamanders crossing?
It was interesting. We had both still shots and video, and we're in the process of putting the video on the website. Right now we have plenty of still shots there, and the salamanders were very cooperative when the weather was cold, but when we were here just a few nights ago in that heavy rain and the weather was 10 degrees warmer, some of them scooted across the road in a matter of 60 seconds, and it was a little tough to just nail them down there. You had to put a foot in front of them, hold them back a little bit, sometimes just pick them up, but we got plenty of beautiful shots, and many of the people who have visited the website have also sent in fabulous pictures.
That sounds so exciting. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for your interest.
That was fun to do that.
I'd love to. Okay. I walk by there all the time.
Cool.
Jillian, as soon as you're ready, he can do his name and all.
Okay.
Dave Moskowitz, member of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission.
And Jill, count to 3 and go.
Hi, Dave. Can you tell us about this salamander endeavor?
I can. About 3 years ago, I found an enormous number of dead salamanders on Beekman Road right behind you. I went into the woods and started looking for where these salamanders were coming from and found some great vernal pools that are down on the south side, on the north side of Beekman Lane. And the following year, found a big spotted salamander on the road, brought it to the mayor and said, we have to do something about this. And he said, what should we do? We talked about closing the road, and the next night we closed the road. And for the last 2 years, we've now been closing the road and helping the salamanders to cross safely.
And what has your role been in this great expedition?
As a member of the Environmental Commission, I've been helping to organize it, to get publicity about it, and to bring people out to learn about spotted salamanders.
And you just found one. Where did you find it?
Just under a log, just a few feet away from us.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, hold on. What I'd like you to do, Jillian, is to ask Dave why we should care about
okay.
salamanders, okay?
Okay.
You can do that now.
So now, why should we care about these spotted salamanders?
Well, these spotted salamanders are very important. This is probably the last spot in East Brunswick where we actually have spotted salamanders. They live only in these vernal pools in the woods. If you look at old aerial photos of East Brunswick from the 1930s and 40s and 50s, there were vernal pools all over the place. But almost all of those vernal pools have been filled in by housing developments, by commercial projects, by roads, and just by farming. And so these spots, these vernal pools, are the only place the spotted salamanders can breed. This is the last spot that I'm aware of in East Brunswick where we have them. So if we don't protect these, we'll no longer have spotted salamanders in our town.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Was there anything else you wanted to say?
Did somebody talk about how long they live?
Yes.
Yes,
well,
she talked
it's-
about
Okay.
30. I'm almost out of battery.
I don't know what you're stepping on. You might go down.
also spotted salamander egg mass. Anywhere between about 100 and 250. This is proof that closing the road was successful because the males and the females both had to get down to this pond to lay these eggs. So they'll take
not together, but they had to meet here.
right.
You mean they wouldn't have met over there and the lady would
Nope.
come across the river?
No, they breed in the pond. They all come down to the pond, and when they're in the pond, they breed, and then the female lays the eggs. They'll take about 30 or 35 days for these to hatch, and then they have a phase that looks like a tap.
Whenever you're ready, you can start.
So visit the EB Environmental Commission at www.njnaturenotes.com to wait. I saw you look down and I went, oh no.
That's okay.
Okay, all right.
Hold on. Okay, start when you're ready.
So visit the EB Environmental Commission at www.njnaturenotes.com. Get out and enjoy nature's beauty. You'll never know what you'll find. This is Julie Angeline signing off.